Hello, my name is Julia. I am founder and CEO of creative human agency Createria. I came here to Valencia to introduce you Marina, the founder of Erudito Group.
Hi Julia, it's extremely nice to see you and feeling people from Kharkiv all the way from home. It's very nice to see you.
Yes, thank you. Tell my audience more about Eruditos.
All right, okay, so our stories started a long time ago, back in 2011. Right now we run 4 projects, and our main project is education consultancy, so we help people to find the education abroad opportunities, and we actually do the all-inclusive service. Then we help people to learn languages, so we teach English and other languages. Also we organize business tours for Ukrainian entrepreneurs so they could relocate or find new solutions for their businesses to grow all over the world. We used to have one of our, I would say, baby projects, our school, elementary school, so we're all about education. We started back in 2020 for our son, because we wanted to go to the best school in Kharkiv. So we just decided with my husband that we want to open the school. So we started running the school, but then when Russia invaded Ukraine, we had to shut off, unfortunately, all our offline businesses, as we had to run away from Kharkiv, which is still an extremely tough place to stay and to run business. So right now we run our projects except this school, the elementary school. All of them, we do it online.
Thank you for sharing. How you assemble your team?
Well, it used to be a totally different process while we were working online back in Kharkiv, because we had a huge team, more than 60 people before war. Because we were offline, it was much easier for me to hire people, because I got to see them in process, I got to control them, and I got to manage them more precisely. But then when we are running right now all our businesses online, I cannot even share how challenging it was for us, because not only hiring people online, but managing them online when you don't know them, when you don't understand the context of their living, when some of them are still back in Kharkiv with no electricity, no water, and I'm here for like really long distances, and sometimes it's just killing me that I cannot understand how to manage all of them at the same time. When war started, we were trying to support our team, of course, as I guess all businesses do. And then what we did is that we helped them to relocate if they wanted to. And then what happened during the first year is that I'm actually very proud of that, because we had a very big trust, and I actually never checked what was the team doing or something. Or I was never asking them like, are you busy this day, or what are you doing? Because I knew they were all working for the best. We were helping our clients to find schools, universities abroad. We were trying to get them scholarships so they could study for free or something. So we were so engaged in helping people that I never thought of controlling my team. But that lasted not for a long time, unfortunately, because after 1 year being spread all over the world with basically no control, we started to mess up. And obviously, after one client was not happy, another client was not happy with the service or something, like maybe not delivered to the very end, it appeared that it doesn't work like this anymore. We had to start from the very beginning. So what we're doing for the last year of 2003 and, well, three months of this year, is that we are basically starting new business. Like, honestly, this is totally different stuff, like doing online. We had to start new CRM. We had to use the telephonic services so we could actually listen to what they're talking to clients. We had to use this Zoom videos so we could check how they consult people. So it's all now about the standards that we want them to follow. And it's extremely tough with the new team members that don't know who we are and don't know what we are focused about and what are our main beliefs, like what is our mission. We help, at Eruditos, we help people to find the best of who they are and to improve every day, because we are about the lifelong education. So basically, we believe that people have to learn every single day, because otherwise they will not enjoy their life if they're not, learning stuff. So yeah, right now, actually, what we do to find the right person is that we have a precise onboarding plan. How do we do that? I actually, back before war, we used to have an HR at our team because we were 60 people. Right now we're around 40 people, and unfortunately we cannot afford a HR right now. So it's me and my partner who is helping to hire and then to onboard people. And it happened already a couple of times to us that after onboarding, people didn't want to stay with us because they could not imagine the volume of information they have to learn to become an expert. Because before we let them talk to people to consult, they have to have the profound knowledge and understand all the differences in education systems, etc. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Your thoughts, it's really close to me, and I had the same difficulties when the war was started, and we need to change everything without any plans how to do it. And we had this experience to go to European market without any preparation before this, and now we're based in Lisbon. Despite everything is online now, when we have a lot of tools and artificial intelligence and all communication methods online and everything, like sounds very perfect, but from my perspective of view, and I absolutely agree with you, that offline is much easier to control the team and to motivate them and to understand their needs, and it's really difficult to transform on offline business to totally online business. So I can imagine how it was.
Yeah, we were totally offline, and we loved it so much. Mm-hmm. We had the boutique office, and all our language centers were designed for people to spend time there, to enjoy their time there. Even for parents who were waiting for their kids while they were learning with us, they were enjoying having coffee, and we loved this atmosphere because we created those places for them just to stay there and enjoy. And even having this mood when you enter the office and you see people and you see they're not happy or something happened at home, I always knew everything, and I could just cheer up, or I could ask if I can help or something. And it helps people to move on. And because we're at job, at work, we're more than 8 hours. We're in here all the time, I guess. And we had those employees very dedicated to Eruditos offline, because they saw how they were involved and how they were really helpful to people. And when you see the results and when you hear the feedbacks from your clients, you want to fly, because you really understand that's how you influence the world. Yeah.
Yes. So how you hiring people right now? If you don't have HR, maybe you have some consultants or some helpers, let's say, because to make interview with all of candidates, it's probably a lot of time.
Yeah, it could be killing, but it depends on the position. If I'm looking for someone C-level or like head of sales, let's say, I would talk to them myself. But then we try to use recommendations first. Like I use my Instagram, LinkedIn for sure to look for those candidates. So we do some posts, and then we also use this platforms, Ukrainian platforms. But these are for different levels of employees. And then I have other people who would interview them, and then if they are not sure, they will send me the video of the interview and ask me my opinion.
Just to double check, yes.
Yeah, but then we have this onboarding process for 3 days, which is basically not enough. I understand that, but it's for the match and match. You know, for the person to understand that he's gonna or she's gonna have to learn a lot, and for the expectations to meet both
from
of
the
us.
very beginning.
Yeah. So that.
What problems did you encounter during the recruitment process?
Basically, I would say that the most difficult position that it's in our company to hire is the education experts, because there are not a lot of them, and I'm okay to headhunt, but I'm not aggressively, of course. So it's not that many companies in Ukraine that provide such services. So basically, I would say I know almost all of them. And these agencies they're small, so it's either two experts, some of them are owners, so I cannot hunt them, right?
Of course.
So when we hire new people for the experts, and they come for the onboarding, as I said, they cannot even imagine how much information they would have to deep and dive and learn before they can actually become an expert and they start selling. Because calling them experts, they still remain salespeople, but it's about very professional and high-level sales. It's like selling, I don't know, Mercedes or Porsche. But Porsche is something that you can touch. In our business, we sell the future. In our business, we trying to show the families that buying this education will help your kid to actually reach what they want, to become what they want, and become successful. And it's very difficult to see the whole profile of the family, of the kid, and define what actually is gonna really help them, what kind of education, what kind of program. So when they start learning with us, sometimes they refuse to continue because they understand it's going to take them 2-3 months before they actually start selling, and that means also the salary, right? They will not be gaining what they want before they actually feel at least some experience to start doing this. So I would say the expertise is so giant, has to be so like enormous, right? And that's why new people, when they have zero experience in our industry, in our expertise, they don't want to follow it because they understand it's going to take them a lot of time. But the minute we hire people from our industry, it's totally different story, because they know how to do that. They just get to know more information and then they're ready to go.
Yes, I agree that it's very difficult to find a person who have expertise in the educational sphere and who can sell the future. Like, it's really enormous position. Where did you start then? You realized that your business needs transformation, and what was the most challenging in this?
So as I said before, for the first year of war, we were just helping with the same team. We were just helping people, clients. We were just doing whatever we could do. We were doing this, and then after first year, we started messing up, and then so we started changing step by step. We using the new CRM, new KPI and stuff. So we started controlling people more because they started messing up. And not all of them liked it, of course, the control. And we had this situation again when people are in Kharkiv with the I don't know, in the shelter on the bombs. It's horrible, right? And every time I understand they're there and I cannot help them, or they don't want my help or something, it doesn't matter. the situation I have to accept, but at the same time, I understand that my business needs to work, because if it's not working, I cannot help them and I cannot pay them salary. So,
Yeah.
you know, after 1 year, we sat with my husband and we talked that we cannot compromise anymore. If we want our business to survive, if we want to move on, we have to talk to people directly and we have to tell them what we expect from them. And if they're not ready to move with us, then we just have to go a different path. And that's what happened, honestly. We had this talk with the whole team and I told them that business has been suffering for 1 year. And despite we had like many requests and clients, it was not easy to manage that. And our costs actually raised a lot. Like all people who left Ukraine know this, right? Because everything raised consistently. Yeah. Like, and this is, you cannot control this because just the level of life is much higher here in Europe. And so after this talk, we started to do these implementations of different parts in every actually department, in marketing, in sales department, in client support. So we started giving them rather strict KPIs, and we start on checking on this. Before we were not checking, we were just expecting people to do this. But then you cannot expect, and then if you don't control, don't expect, it's not going to be done. And this is what happened with some of them. So some employees had to leave, some we had to fire. And this is where the challenge started, that we had to look for new ones. And that was not easy again. Being in different part of the world, people sometimes don't realize that it's a full-time job. And when you tell them you work remotely, they still think it's not full-time. And when I say, what is the difference? You work remotely, but you have to be involved at least 8 hours a day, let's say from 10 till 7 with your lunch. And then sometimes it didn't work with people, you know, because they thought, well, I work remotely. I can work in the morning and then a bit of afternoon and maybe during the night. No, our clients are expecting the answers within, you know, the certain period of time, and this is how we control it. So we had conflicts here as well. And right now, after basically 2 years of war, I can tell that, well, how you say here in Spanish, más o menos, more or less, we have this structure, the totally new structure that we built. We have our partner in our business tours, Ilya, and he's helping us because he has a big company in different markets. So he started helping us, mentoring us, and you know, being strict and control your team, that helps all the time. And when we were offline, I could do it very easily because I was watching them every time I come to my office. But when I can't watch them, like physically, I have to do it using different methods, like CRM that shows me how many hours he actually called this day, how many phones were picked up, how many talks he had, what was the result of these talks. So, and when I had this, and they were sabotaging everything, like why should I write these reports? There's one report, CRM, one more report, another thing, and stuff like this. And I was trying to explain to him, guys, if I don't have these reports, I basically cannot analyze what the hell are you doing then?
Yes.
In case we don't have sales, or in case people start complaining, I can find the reason why is this happening. But if I see that you didn't call this day and you were at the lunch for 3 hours, well, and then I understand why the person is complaining because you were not at the phone.
It looks like, for me, it looks like you're really involved to the operation process. It's true, or you have any plan how to escape these operational activities? Or maybe you like to be involved in this process?
It's a painful question, Julia.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
very painful because actually I've been trying to escape, as you said. I was trying to get out of all the operation activities since 2019, and then we started to open a school, so I came back. But in terms of our main business, the education abroad consultancy, since we have been building our company from the scratch right now as an online company, I think it was impossible for me just even to think about it, because I felt deep inside the operation activities, and I had to be there, because basically most of our team are new people, except the top managers. Most of our processes are totally new, as I told you, and it's actually were challenging for me to get used to it, to all the processes, to get used to new people, and to find the way how to control them, and the way to manage them, because it's hard to understand the context of where they live, of their feeling, of their mood, whatever. But every time I think about escaping and going out of this operation, it makes me happy, and I understand that I need to do that, because in terms of the development of the country, in terms of the strategy, I cannot find for this, right? I cannot find time for this. I cannot dedicate any moment here in my brains for this, because I had to be deeply in this operation stuff. So I'm actually very lucky right now, because we have this partner from business tours, Ilya, and he's helping us, he's mentoring us. And what we did lately, he offered me a deal. He offered to actually be me, to become a temporarily CEO of Erudito's, the main project, the education consultancy. So he could see how it works without me. And then we will start looking for the actual CEO, because right now the processes are not ideal, for sure. But still, I feel that sometimes I can be apart from some part of Zooms. Not every Zoom is mine, thanks God. But I still feel not safe, in a safe zone, I still, like, sometimes I can see a message in one of the chats and I explode, because what the hell did you do without me? Or why did you take this decision? It's so not right, Or sometimes I just think, oh my God, it's just he's gonna ruin everything, So I'm actually a very hilarious person, if you can see, and and sometimes I can explode like this, and that's not helping me, for sure. But I try to learn, I try to understand that if I want to grow my business and extend my company, and this is my true wish, because we want to grow in different countries right now, and we want our project to become more technological. So in order to do this, maybe I need to go to States to learn from them. Maybe I need to go to, I don't know, to learn from the best, and I don't have time for this. So I think this is kind of I'm in the middle of it. I'm right there, but I'm not still there, But it feels very, very painful, like extremely.
Okay, but when you are talking about future, when you will have a level of trust for some CEO, let's say, you looks very happy. So I wish you to go there
I know.
and to find the right person.
Yeah, it has to be a lot of trust, that's true.
You mentioned that now you are working with some partner, Ilya. How you found this person and how you build your level of trust with such people? Because it's C-level position and you just delegate for him operational activities, and I think it wasn't easy for you.
Indeed, it was not easy at all. But how it started, I had this, my father always said, never trust anyone, you cannot rely on anyone, and if you find a partner, don't trust him. So I have this very negative belief with me for kind of a long time, I would say. And the only partner I have in this business is my husband, because it's a family business. And Eruditos is our first baby, we now have 2 kids, but then we consider we have 3 because our Eruditos is our first one. But what happened with Ilya is that he's a top manager. He's a co-owner of a huge company, but it's now a huge company. He built it together with his partners. And I kind of saw this way. And what happened is that he became our friend first. And then while talking and sharing, he was a huge support to us. And he was mentoring us, like a friend, honestly wanting to help us. And I guess this was the main reason I could trust him. And I keep trusting him now in delegating him stuff I couldn't delegate ever. So for me, looking for a partner means having the same philosophy. And Ilya is kind of like man, he's kind of aggressive in his decisions, and he's very strict with his team, I guess. I'm not like that, I'm like a mama. I'm always carrying them. They sometimes call me Mama Marina. But I understand that in order for business to be efficient and to be structural, I have to be more strict. And this is what Ilya is sharing with me personally and with my team. Just giving us the directions and giving us the exact KPIs so we could see where we're going. And we could actually follow our KPIs and plans. And I appreciate his support a lot. So when looking for a partner, trust is the first. And I guess the same will be with the CEO. It has to be a person I could trust like 100% or at least 99%. Otherwise, I will not be able to give my baby, it's just impossible.
Yes, of course. But now who can help you with this, with finding CEO to your company?
For sure. Yeah, he has a good experience in hiring C-level people. But I truly believe that having a professional agency like yours could be even more helpful when you know the founder and when you know the expectations, like that I'm crazy about trust or whatever, and I know you could probably find a person faster than I can.
Because we even have the words like perfect match. It's when you know expectations, because you're a person with your behavior and valuables, and probably someone can be with really good technical experience but not match with you. And we try to find this match from both sides, from technical and personal, because it's very important. And it's very expensive for the companies just to change these C-level people. So we need to do it very carefully, let's say.
That's true. But what's also important, in my opinion, is that to find a person with actually different skills, that could make your business more powerful. Because it was actually a very challenging experience with Ilya, because sometimes when he sees the problem from the absolutely different way and he finds the solution to solve it, I get so frustrated first, and then after it's done, it's so hard for me to agree he was right, because I could not even imagine. And this is so good that the person have a different point of view or just approach differently to the situation, because we're all good entrepreneurs. I'm with 12 years experience, but I'm still in my box. And this is what happens in our business tours when we meet with different entrepreneurs. It's sometimes one talk during lunch could be just, breathtaking, because you can't imagine a person find the solution so simply, and you were thinking of this decades or something.
Because of different approach, different experience, and it's very cool when you can combine this and to look from the moon, let's say, to this problem. Do you have any beliefs which you're never compromised on, even if it's cost you to close the business or something like this?
Well, it's a very hard question, I would say. You know what? It's actually, when we started our business back in 2011, we never thought of money as a goal with my husband. Because what we do is that every time we consult a student and then he start his education abroad, he gives us his feedback and then how he succeeds, and then and we see his success story, you know, how he's growing. That gives us such an energy to move on, no matter how much we earn or lose. So talking about beliefs, I think if you're doing something that does not match your values, and you don't think your product or your service is not making this world better, I understand that it may sound very pathos, you know, whatever, but this is how we started. It was just two of us starting this business. Right now we're a rather big team. But for me, it's very important for every person that comes to Eruditos understand what we believe in. And then if he doesn't want or she doesn't want to help, really, truly help our client to succeed and not just sell whatever, he's not going to work with us for a long time. So what I truly believe in, that I will never work on the project that doesn't correlate with me, doesn't follow my life mission, you know, because what I think is that helping people by learning new stuff is the best you can do. And I have this big dream of my own that I want to educate as many kids in the world as I can. And this is what Eruditos projects do. So of course it's not about lying in the team. It's about trust, total trust. Only with big trust you can move on. You can increase any business, I guess, and you can be happy in what you do. Because I do believe that if person is not happy in his place, in whatever he does, in whatever he earns money, it's not going to be good. You know, karma, all this Bali style things, but I still think that it's true that how you give the world, this is what you take back.
Yes, absolutely agree with you. It's interesting what you mentioned now, because when I only had an idea to create this company, the agency for hiring C-level people, it was our main goal that we want to create the space with happy people, because only happy people can work with a pleasure and create great results, not only earn money. Because if you try to earn money and this is only one goal in your head, you cannot be successful and cannot be happy, because it's not the main thing in our life. Of course, you should have some basic, let's say, needs, yes, to close these basic needs. But if you do something with great passion and you're excited of what you do, you can achieve much more results in the future.
Totally agree.
Thank you so much, Marina. It was so good to talk with you, and I really feel this Kharkiv vibe, and it reminds me a lot of great moments from when we met each other in the past, and all this way when we communicate now. I really like and I'm really excited to talk with people who
I am excited to talk with people who have a dream, and they know exactly that their dreams come true. And for me, you are such person. Oh, so I am a total dreamer.
Every time when we are talking, I feel that I'm excited too.
I am a total dreamer, but hopefully I will, get my staff to make this dream happen. Thank you so much, Julia. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
And come back to Valencia again.
No doubts.